Pulse report, August 21st, 2021. We're going to start with the same exact thing that we've been talking about for 2 weeks, and that is isotopes and fuel blocks. So, PAPI, evacuation, retreat, whatever you want to call it, it sent isotopes skyrocketing. So if you look at any of the isotopes, any of the 4 types that fuel the 4 factions of chips, this spiked really hard last week. It came back down, but not all the way. So if you look at the isotope prices, they are hanging around like 17, 18, not helium ones because they're not as popular, but the other ones are hanging around 17, 18. That's still 10, 20% higher than it was before, but it's slowly coming back down. So if you're still holding on to isotopes, for the love of God, sell them now, or you're going to be going back down to the previous prices as soon as supply catches back up. Now, fuel blocks. Fuel blocks are a derivative product of isotopes, and they all increased from around that 24, 25K level to basically all 28K. So hydrogen 28K, nitrogen 28K, oxygen 28K, helium 28K. So if you went along with my advice from 2 or 3 weeks ago, and as soon as isotopes spiked, you bought those fuel blocks, then you made 10%. Some of them hit 35 in the meantime, so hopefully you made 20%, 30%. But right now, just like the isotopes, it's time to get rid of them. These are going to come back down as soon as isotopes come back down, and this was basically an intermediate crunch that I don't think will last that much longer. So if you're still holding on to isotopes or fuel blocks, go sell them. Okay. What's next? Next, let's talk, also like last week, with new developments, let's talk excavator drones, because excavator drones are hot commodity right now. Excavator ice harvesting drones and mining drones, volume has increased significantly. As far as I can tell, this is just Delft going back to mining. And that also meant that not only are they all sold out, or the blueprints are sold out, but also the components that build them are sold out. So Elite Drone AI saw a huge push. I was holding, for the funds, I was holding a total of 60 billion in Elite Drone AI. So I love this, and I'm trying, as you can see, I'm trying to liquidate the shit out of them. It just doesn't go fast enough because the demand is about, even right now in high demand, it's only about 10K a day. So it takes a little bit of time, but they certainly have followed up. If you're holding on to drone capillary fluids, Elite Drone AI, just to mention 2 of the drone parts that go in there, make sure you liquidate those as well, because they are, I can't imagine that the excavator rally is going to be holding on for that much longer. I am surprised actually. The ice harvesting drones are at 377 million, and the mining drones at 347. That is, a good 15-20% above the previous price. So we'll see where it goes, but it should go back down to like the 300 mark on excavators very soon. Let's talk ships. Oh yeah, salvage, contaminated Lawrence fluid, guys, huge rally. That's 2 of the guys building the structure rigs at it again. They are buying a ton of these up right now, so make sure you sell them if you still have them. Ships, right? Let's switch from selling to buying. Freighters and jump freighters, they had a correction this week. They came back down. So if you look at the Anshar, the Obelisk, they all came back down about 5 to 10% again. The Fenrir came back down. The Charon a little bit as well. They are all still, if you want to produce them, they are not 3 billion, they are 5 billion, right? And even if that comes down a little bit, still I'm saying this is a good buy, because eventually the price is going to go up. The question is just how quickly are stockpiles going to be going down. and how many of these are out there, and how many of them are being destroyed. So as soon as I think destruction opens back up, you're seriously going to this price has to go up, because replacement of any of these freighters or jump freighters is just that much more expensive. Sunisis was bought out this week. So the Sunisis ship is a popular ship because it's a fast aligning destroyer that can actually hold quite a bit of cargo. And there's a limited supply because the only way to get it is through the Capsuleer Day once a year. And whenever these get bought out, typically that correction holds because there isn't a new supply that comes in magically. So what happens is more people like me try to liquidate, as you can see here, the stockpiles of them. So they corrected about 20%, and obviously they go higher in price as you go. But if you want to liquidate, right now is a good time to do so. Now I don't know what's going on with the Raven Navy issue. There's several of these Kaldari Navy ships that are weird in pricing. If you look at the history, they had the correction in building components in April, and so they got much more expensive. And since then, they've just been dropping like crazy. The availability in the market has gone up at the same time. So if you look at Adam for Eve and you look at how many of these are in the market is just flooded with them, right? And the reason that I can gather from that is that Kaldari are dominating the faction warfare map. So they are farming LP like crazy right now. That means that they need to put that LP somewhere. And I guess a lot of people are trading in for the Raven Navy issue. However, if you actually take a look at the LP store and you look at the Raven Navy issue, it's a terrible return right now. It's terrible, and the blueprint is as well, right? So right now these are coming from somewhere, right? And the price is crashed, but it's just way too cheap right now. So I don't know what's going on here, but possibly if you're smarter than me, this might be a very, very good opportunity. Let me wrap up by saying Kaldari Navy ballistic control system. Hey, this is a huge market, right? This is a 30 to 50 billion a day market, right? It has been crashing like crazy. Also, possibly LP related, right? If we look at their LP store, actually, you can see that the item itself is terrible. Nobody would trade in LP for the item. But the actual blueprint is worth it. And at 80 million sell price right now in JITA, the blueprint is actually an okay-ish ISK per LP ratio, right? And so what happened this week is somebody bought these out. We actually know who that was because he posted about it in our trading community. And so it got pushed back to 100 billion temporarily. That was a good opportunity to sell. But then again, so many people have so many stockpiles of these that the price just crashed back down again immediately. So now we're back at 80 million. It can't go that much lower though, because the way you get them is by trading in the Federation Navy Fleet Colonel insignias. Now the Federation Fleet Colonel insignias, they have been dropping as well, unsurprisingly, because that's one of the big reasons why these are dropping in price. But they've turned around recently and they've actually had a fairly sharp increase. So once these stockpiles are gone of Kaldari Navy ballistic control systems, you might actually see that coming back up, because right now to trade them in is going to be more and more expensive, right? So that is that, and I'm actually going to skip the implants for this week. Just know that there's some great opportunities going on, because implants are some of these crystal implants specifically are in high demand. They're being traded a lot, prices are increasing, but buy prices really aren't. So there's huge margins on some of these going on. To make them, you need transcranial microcontrollers. Also here, huge margins from 50 to 60 within a trend going up. So very interesting. Check those out. Then Agency Pyrolancia Dose 4. These were bought out. They are currently at 60 million. That's a fantastic price. If you have these from the login rewards, when I always tell you to stock them, when they get released on login rewards, just buy all of them and hold them for moments like this. Right now, 60 million, you want to get rid of them, you can get rich. One Moongoo I'm buying right now, Cesium, right? Because it basically bottomed out and slowly creeping back up. It's just waiting for tier 2 production to kickstart again. And if you ever thought, hey, there aren't any good trade items out there, I've picked out the Centum A-type medium armor repairer for you. Look at this nice margin. There's about a 30% margin on this thing. It's trading very, very low right now. The market size is multi-billion because, you know, it's trading at about 20 to 25 a day. These Dead Space items, there's some gems in there. If you take some time to go through there, there's always some fantastic ones to trade in. So this is just one. Go out there and find your own and go make that ISK. All right, guys, we're gonna go return to the regular stream. Thanks for listening to the Oz Report. Take care and goodbye. Boom. All right, that's